Hello, good people. ZTV26. It's your host, Lady Z Kamakawa. I'm looking for something. So if you haven't subscribed, kindly do so. Let's grow together. Like and leave your comments. Let's know what we can do better. Welcome, guys. Welcome. I'm glad that you're watching. So as mankind, at some point in life, we've had to deal with some tough situations, some challenges in life, which are unavoidable. They're inevitable. Definitely, as human beings, we can't live without this. They just happen. We don't choose. We don't choose to have problems or challenges in life. So what do we do with them? Because these are things that we cannot avoid. How you deal with it is what matters. How you deal with it at whatever level. It happens to kids, young people, old people, and that is the nature of life. But how you handle it, how you face it, the resilience you put is what matters. And many people have shared their stories on how they've overcome very tough situations in life, how they've, have had to walk through thick and thin to be where they are today. Yeah, and we look at them and we admire how tough they've been. But have you ever asked yourself, what would I have done if I were them? If I was faced by the same situation? Will I come out of it alive? How will I handle such? So, the main issue here is, how do you handle that? How do you handle a tough situation? Because these are things that we cannot live without. And they're always, they're different. They're of different levels, different nature. It can be failure to achieve your goal. It can be rejection. It can be loss of a loved one, maybe through death or some sort of, sickness and other health-related illnesses. And, they can really be devastating, especially if they are directly affecting us. So, there is first of all, when such news are received, when we receive such news, there is a higher percentage of denial. Sometimes, if it is something that you actually didn't expect, maybe someone, you are a student, you worked very hard, and maybe had high expectations. Maybe expected a higher grade, and then you're told the results are out, and you're at maybe a very low grade, and the first thing you're like, those are not my results. I believe we've seen this even on just recently when the results were announced, and there were some schools that felt that the results did not belong to them. That's denial, and denial is the first step, or is a journey to mental breakdown. If you are in denial, it's very hard for you to cope, or it's very hard for you to tackle the problem you're solving. So accepting is the first step, or acceptance. When you accept that, yes, it has happened, these are my results, I did not achieve what I wanted to achieve. That is where now you start. That's the journey of handling this problem appropriately. And actually, denial has been, and we've seen it. It has even been, I personally, let me talk of. I have personally lived in denial over a certain problem that, I just thought, no, 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 this didn't happen. And it was actually so traumatizing. So, first of all, the acceptance. Just accept. If you live in denial, things will be tougher. They'll be even tougher than the problem itself. I remember back, and this is a true story actually that happened to me a few years back when I was in high school. I received very sad news. I actually hadn't received the news. I was just in school chilling and, doing the normal student duties. And I just felt like, I don't know, no one had told me, but I just felt that I needed to get a leave out sheet and rush home. I did so, but my teachers and my teachers were like, okay, what's the reason for leaving? I gave no reason. I said I felt so sick and all that. Then there was a clinic at school. I was not interested in that. I had to, invent a story, come up with a story that the specific medicines that I had forgotten home. So, all in all, I was released. I went home. On getting home, I definitely knew something was wrong. They're just instincts. And, to wrap it up, I had lost one of my favorite brothers. And, it was tough. I was in denial. Yeah, I saw him get buried. We buried him, but I was still in it. I was like, and I remember even, it was really, really devastating until I accepted it. And I was in some emotional, I was not okay for so long. For so long. I even remember some time 2 years back when I was telling one of my sisters, do you know, I have a feeling that the guy we buried is not him. You see, that's denial. That guy, the guy we buried, they could be. Kwani, haven't you heard of people who buried someone else who's not their kin, and then the kin reappears? You see such. That is denial. That is denial. Because I saw him. Yeah. I saw his body, definitely. I saw him. When I saw him. It was him. But at the back of my mind, I'm like, I wish it was not him. You see, that's denial. And, I kept thinking and of it and all that, this and that. How could what would he be like if he was alive today? What would he be like if he had a family now? What is this and that? All that is denial, and it is the beginning of a very tough journey of trauma. So what I'm trying to say is acceptance is the first step. Acceptance is the first step to being able to cope with any type of challenge that comes our way, any type of loss, any type of a problem that may cost your mental health. And so, right now I'm okay. It's done. I know that's we are all. People will say, yeah, we will all die one day, which is very right. But I kept thinking, yeah, we will all die, but that wasn't him. And I will see him everywhere I go, for real. Not seeing him in ghost type, no, not in form of a ghost. What I'm talking of is I'll look at someone and I'm like, hey, that looks my bro. I'm in a mat somewhere, in a matatu somewhere, another matatu, tunapitana hivi. Naona mtu namwangalia na and then I will either call mom or I will call one of my sisters too. Denial. Guys, subscribe.